Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain.
So we had yokes of iron and chains on our neck, but what are they draped in? They're draped in pride, because they're not in trouble like other men. Nobody is hunting them down. So guess what JP Morgan said? Oops, my bad. We made all our money off the slave trade. Oops, my bad. We always just getting apologies. Why? Oh, yeah, my family enslaved you. I think it was a Dr. Phil episode or something where the Edomite, might have been Oprah. The Edomite was apologizing for his family having the black family in slavery. And he sat on the stage. He was like, I just want to say with my whole heart that I'm sorry for what my great-grandparents did to your great-grandparents. And, and he had on his Oxford, and he had on his khakis and his penny loafers. I'm like, he just looked like money. But all he did was give her an apology. And the black woman and her daughter were just so happy to get the white man's apology. God says for him to go on national TV and only give an apology is nothing more than him exalting his pride by saying, you can't get what I got. So guess what? I'm only going to come and give you an apology, but not give you a dollar, not give you any respect, not give you any dignity, not give you back anything that my foreparents stripped from you. That's why we need the Messiah to give us that hope and that good news. Right. Because if you look around, all you know is poverty. All you know is being downtrodden. You live in a state of hopelessness. So this is why the good news came to you. The good news came to you. And it was not given to everybody, because not everybody suffers the way you suffer. The good news came to you. The good news came to you. And it was not given to everybody, because not everybody suffers the way you suffer. They don't need any good news. They're already living it. They're living their good news. Go ahead.
Violence covereth them as a garment.
So how did they get this level of pride? It was through violence. Violence. They saw land. They went there. They told the natives, yeah, we're going to make a treaty. 399 treaties later, 70 plus million natives dead. They're like, oh, yeah, we're going to put you on reservations and we're going to take all the prime real estate. Then later on, we realize, oh, those reservations are prime real estate. We're going to push you further. And we're going to take that land now that we once said was yours. We're now going to build a pipeline through your land and spill oil all through it. And there's nothing you can do. Y'all understand what we're dealing with? Go ahead.
Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than the heart can wish. They are corrupt.
It says their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than a heart could wish. Is that talking about us? Hell to the nah. Nah. Hell to the nah. I had to get that last one. No, it's not talking about, it's talking about them, those nations. Go ahead.
They are corrupt. And
wait. They're what?
They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression.
It says they speak wickedly concerning oppression. You know what? You know how wickedly it is? You're in slavery for 400 plus years. You, your family, your whole lineage. All you know is slavery. We talk that pidgin English, which is what they call Southern slang. That's called pidgin English, because you were not allowed to speak astutely like they were. So, for instance, in a conversation, a blind man could tell who the white man was and who so-called blacks were. You were not allowed to speak in clear and concise. That's where the slangs came from. That is where it came from. You were not allowed to speak like you had any level of sense or education. Because as you begin to read, your framing of sentences change. The way you convey your message changes, because you're starting to read and get understanding on definitions and words and conjunctions and so on and so forth. You begin to understand differently. But we weren't allowed to read. We were just given words, what this is, what that is, and we would conform sentences together, and it was called pidgin English. Hence, what we call Southern slang or drawl or all these different variations throughout the country. That's where it came from. We were not allowed to read and we were not allowed to speak in certain manners. Hope y'all, what is it called today? Code switching, yes. So at work, you speak one way. When you're around your homeboys, you speak totally different. Y'all understand that? So it's given different names throughout time, but it all comes from that pidgin English. Slaves were not allowed to speak a certain way because they thought you were trying to be prideful, showing that you knew something. So you had to talk like an infant. So when they call you boy, they meant it. Keep reading.